Hey everyone, it's James at geometricharts.com. It's about 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, January 18th, the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. So not much has changed from Wednesday to now. Not much has changed from Monday to now. Again, we're kind of stuck within this horizontal consolidation. You can clearly see it marked out between these two red lines that I have right here. If we zoom out just a little bit, we're within a larger energy coil. This is where there were a lot of buyers and sellers active in the past. Again, it has offered a nice support and resistance zones, basically containing price within this area. Basically, if price can break above about 3,800 on Bitfinex, then it should try to pump higher. I do not think, based on what I see, that we will break the high up here at roughly, or hang on, I could tell you exactly what it is, 43.84. I don't think we're going to get up there, no matter what happens. Even if there's a big explosion through, I just don't see the strength in Bitcoin or even in the other altcoins as well in this market. So I think at the end of the day, if there is a break to the upside, it'll be a relief rally to relieve a lot of the selling pressure. And that's all. So I notated in the comments on my Wednesday video that short term, I'm somewhat bullish. And I say that like I'm not even like a confident bull at this level. I think you're trying to hold the market to produce a little relief rally. I'm just not that confident in it. But the longer term picture, like, I don't know, let's say like a month and longer, I'm still bearish on Bitcoin. I don't think we've seen enough strength, especially at this level. I think what we saw was a pump and a dump, another pump, and then another dump. And it's like we're almost revisiting 6,000 over again. Volume comes in, volume goes out. Volume comes in, volume comes out, blah, 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 you know. If price starts to break down, like more than likely the weekend, nothing's going to happen. Typically, that's how they are. There's a lot of volatility, however. It becomes a very difficult time to trade. With you know, the recent choppiness, it's also just difficult to trade in general. But if price does break down below this area, about 35, like 50 or so on Bitfinex, and price is not quickly recovering that area, then more than likely it's going to continue to trek lower. And then the question is, does this low hold up? I do think if we're going to start breaking down to this low, I don't know. I don't feel confident it is going to hold. If it does not hold, right, that bottom does not hold right there, the 3,200, like 3,150 area does not hold, then the next major level of support is about the mid 2000s, like 25, 2,600, somewhere right around that area. But I don't think anything major like that's going to happen anytime soon. So I think we're just going to kind of chop around. And if there is a breakout, it's going to be short-lived. If there is a waterfall event, then I would be very, very careful and wait to see if the bottom holds up. Because if it doesn't, then it's obviously going to have another big trip down, and we're talking almost another 800 points or so if this bottom does not hold. So I know there's people getting bearish or bullish. Like I know CNBC, our friends over there, were getting bullish on it, showing their bullish trades or whatever they were doing, you know, on their social media. Every time they talk about it, it goes down. But the point is that I feel like people want to believe this is the bottom, but I don't think we've seen anything like that to even justify this is the bottom. Also, looking at the lagging indicators, we also have declining momentum during this entire trip upward as well too. So that's not a good sign. Again, the market's very fragile. The only reason it makes its pumps is because I believe it's just blatant manipulation, whether it's the exchanges or just bigger players in the market. And that's why we see this repetitive pump and dump behavior in this market. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, short term, I'm like bullish if I have to give an answer. but it's not like bullish and like we're gonna skyrocket to 5,000 or something like that. It's like bullish that we're gonna have a small little relief rally, and that's all. And then it's gonna turn into a dud, meaning another dump. But that's about the best answer I think I could give everyone, just trying to gauge like how I feel on the market personally. So anyways, that's it. If you do like the video, you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, follow. Hopefully everything makes sense to everybody. I just try to lay it out there kind of as, you know, in a general sense. And then that way, whichever side you're trying to play, you at least have a good idea of what to look for. Clearly, we are forming another coil, so there will be a move that is due in the near future. Which way it breaks, I don't know. You know, like that's why I say like I'm bullish, but it's like, you know, with a bunch of question marks, because when you have a horizontal consolidation, it is a 50-50 probability. I've never met anyone in my entire professional history of trading and managing money, etc., and just learning from people that ever was able to finally hammer out like which way it was going to break. You know, you can kind of look back in history and see what price is doing and try to make an educated guess. But at the end of the day, when it's broken down statistically, they're 50-50 probabilities. So honestly, anyone's guess is as good as mine at this juncture. But what I've seen in the past is just a lot of weakness in price. And that's why I say even if it breaks to the upside, it's not going to be a long-lived event unless there's some other crazy magical price movement, like when you see something crazy like this. Like if that starts happening, obviously something else is happening, or a monster influx of volume. But more than likely, what I've seen in the past is that the volume immediately gets siphoned back out. So that's why I say short-term like bullish, but longer-term definitely bearish. So anyways, that's it. Hope you have a great day, great weekend, great night, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll talk to everybody on Monday.